So starting on the driver's side of this particular model, this is a storage compartment, 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 this is your furnace exhaust right here. It gets hot when it's on, it says right on the outside. This particular model has a detachable power cord that is stored in one of the compartments of your choice. Simply just attach it and then lock it in by screwing it clockwise and then plug it into your power source. Right below the power cord is a cable TV access that requires your own coax cable to utilize cable TV at a campground. This is for a city water connection if you have that at your campground. This is your dump station. You want to first remove the cover. Rotate the sewer cap down. Make sure before you open the sewer cap that both of these valves are pushed in. In means they're closed, out means that they're open. Attach your sewer hose from underneath into the opening. Put your sewer hose in the dump of the septic. Go ahead and pull the black first. This is your waste tank for your toilet only. Once that's done draining, push it in to close it. And this is your gray tank for your sinks and your shower. Go ahead and open that. Once that stops draining, close that. And then reverse what you did to hook the sewer hose up. Over here is a black tank flush for your toilet holding tank only. Just insert a garden hose in here. Make sure that you keep your black valve open when you're doing that. This rinses the inside of the tank if the tank sensors are reading incorrectly. This is your generator compartment. One thing to note here, if we direct you to the generator compartment, if your generator is running but not producing power, you're instructed to go take this panel off, and it has two resettable breakers right here. To the left means that they're on, to the right means that they're off. So if they're tripped off, go ahead and reset them. Make sure that the air conditioners are not running on the inside or not turned to the on position before you do that. And always replace the green cover. Never leave it off. On the rear of the vehicle, you have your fuel fill right here, unleaded fuel only. Your roof ladder to access the roof. Keep in mind that the roof is off limits at all times for safety. This is a storage compartment. Right here is where you fill your freshwater tank with the garden hose that we provide. This is a storage compartment. Outside speakers that are controlled by the inside radio. These are 110 outlets. Storage. If equipped with an outside TV, it is located right here. This is your propane tank. You can always tell a propane tank with non-lockable thumb locks right there. And this is a mechanical compartment. I want to point out two things in here. If you're directed to this compartment to reset two different breakers, this is the 100 amp and this is the 50 amp. And we'll instruct you how to do that later. On this particular model, near the entry door, is your awning light. This is your ceiling light for the main living part of the camper. Here is your battery disconnect switch. In the use operation, the batteries are on. In the store, they are turned off. This is your step switch that makes the entry step go in and out. This is your step light for the step area. And this is your power awning switch. Outputs it out, inputs it in. So on your Norcold refrigerator freezer, top part's your freezer, bottom part's your refrigerator. You have an auto function, which if in this position, if you set to auto, it automatically lights on propane when you're not plugged into power, or when you're plugged into power, it'll switch it over to the electric side. Off is shutting the whole system off. If you switch it to gas, it only runs off gas even if you're plugged into electricity or using the generator. And this just controls how cold you want the refrigerator. The freezer's at one fixed temperature. Usually number 4 is where you want to be with your temp. And then keep in mind, you do not want to pack the top with food. You want to make these so that air goes in between the fins so that they cool sufficiently. And also make sure that the whole camper is level for optimal functionality. With vehicles equipped with this type of cooktop and oven, You operate the cooktop, rotate the glass top so it's towards the back like that, make sure it's secured. And then to light the burners, just turn whichever burner you want to light, and then clockwise on this button until they light. There is no propane in this vehicle, that's why they're not lighting. You do not have to light all at the same time. And then make sure that's secured when you drive. This is not a cutting board. Do not store anything. This is real glass. It will break if you have any pots or pans on it. On the oven, it's an old-fashioned oven. You turn it to pilot, and then the pilot is in the back, towards the back. You take a long Bic lighter or a long match, light your lighter or your match. Once that's lit, hold in your pilot for about 5 seconds, then you can let go of your lighter or match, let go of the pilot. Pilot will stay lit, and then you turn it to whatever temp you want it at. When you're done using the oven, just make sure you turn it in the off position. Right above the cooktop in the oven is your microwave. It's a standard microwave. Some units come with convection microwaves as well. It'll be listed on the actual microwave if it has that. So in the living room on this particular model, you have your Blu-ray DVD player. Around the corner by the entry door, you have the control for the front bed above the captain's chairs. Turn it in the on position and then lower it, lowers it, raising it, raises it to the ceiling. There's a 250-pound max on that front bed with an access ladder to get up to it. Here's your control panel for this particular model. Only differences from other panels, this has a mid-grade tank and a rear-grade tank to show the levels that they're at. And then the slide switch for the living room slide is here. The rear slide is in the back bedroom next to the light switch. Functions the same. And then once the bed is out, you go ahead and flip the mattress forward to make the bed. And then this cushion is for the kitchen table when it's into a bed. You store it on the back wall. Just make sure before you store it there, make sure the slide is all the way in. You don't want to leave that so it can get smashed between the bed and the wall. Okay, when it's time to break down your campsite and you need to bring the jacks back up from the ground, make sure your engine is started, parking brake is still set. Go ahead and turn on your jacks. When that green light is flashing or solid, it means that the jacks are down and it is level. It also tells you on this side too. So turn it on. When you're ready to bring them up, push retract all jacks, and that will bring your jacks up. This orange light will come off. We still want you to go out and visually check to make sure they came up, just to make sure. And then once they're up, you can go ahead and shut the jacks off. This is your mirror heat. This is your mirror control to adjust your mirrors on the driver and passenger side. On the dash, you have your headlights. You do have daytime running lights, but this turns on your full high and low beam and your clearance lights. This will dim and make your dash display brighter. And this is your emergency start. If your engine battery loses power that you can't start the vehicle, push this and then start the engine normally. This will jump it off the coach batteries. You have your privacy curtain up front on the left, or driver's side and passenger side. They meet in the middle once you detach them from the sides, and you have a sun visor over the driver and passenger chairs as well.